nifty nerds, gaming goons, and joystick jockeys out there in Pixel Land. Pixel Land, Pixel Land. This is Double Shift. The show where Danelle's drinking coffee and seasoned game industry vets talk
Green
about
tea.
the many uses. What is it? Sorry.
Green tea.
Green tea. Very nice. Very healthy.
I'm trying to drink green tea every single day.
Oh, well, look at you being healthy.
Trying.
What is this show about? This show is where seasoned industry game vets, or whatever I'd say, every week, we talk about the many uses of paper towels, nature's most useful waste of a perfectly good tree.
Aww.
But before we get to that, we will talk about video games just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit, and then we'll get to the paper towels. I promise. I promise this is the week where we get to our main topic if Geoff doesn't cut us off. I, of course, am your host, Mikey, a.k.a. DJ. Here I am! And that is, of course, in response to Ray's question, singer-songwriter Ray, where the hell is my husband? I am Mikey, a.k.a. DJ. Here I am. It's in response to her. Along with my friend, former colleague, and currently saying, I would like a ring, I would like a ring, I would like a diamond ring for my wedding finger. I would like a big and shiny diamond that I can wave around and talk about it. So when the day is here, forgive me, God, that I should ever doubt it. Danelle, say hello, Danelle.
Hello. That was... What was that from?
That's from the Ray's song, Where the Hell is My Husband? I was listening to that, I believe. She's a British, like, kind of soul R&B singer. She's fantastic. Oh. You've heard her songs, I bet, throughout the years. Check her out.
She should check us out.
She should. I bet she'd like it. Yeah, I don't see why not. Did you say hello, Danelle, yet?
No,
Did you?
I
Did
just
you say
said hello.
Okay. Oh, Danelle, you're supposed to say hello, Danelle.
No, I'm switching it up. You don't know what you're gonna get with me.
That's true, including your southern accent that kind of popped out a little bit there. You don't know what you're gonna get with me.
You don't know me.
So all right. Where is my husband? Where the hell is my husband is her newest song. You can check it out on platforms that should sponsor us. I'm not even going to say their name. Geoff would say Tidal, because Jeff's a Tidal guy, and so he would say, listen to Where the Hell is My Husband on Tidal, and that is Producer Geoff, of course, whose whereabouts is a question absent from virtually everyone's mind. Sorry, Geoff. Geoff is going to go ahead and put our Instagram and our email up here. You know the drill. If you've been listening, watching long enough, we have an Instagram, we have an email. It's doubleshiftpod at gmail.com. And as I mentioned probably several times in the last week, we haven't done anything new on the Instagram for a while, but you should still go check it out. You should refresh it daily, if not 20 times a day, just to see if we put up a new video. And, of course, on the YouTube, it's Double Shift Podcast. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, thumbs up. You can thumbs down if you want. We've gotten a few thumbs down, I believe, over the course of the months, right, Geoff? Every now and then we'll get a thumbs down. So do that. It's still, it's still interaction. Anyways, we're going to get to this week's episode, which is blandly titled, For the Love of the Game. Sort of a sports reference, sort of a reference to Valentine's Day, and sort of a reference to games. For the love of the game, we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. So listen here. Geoff, Danelle is prepared. She has her heart, kind of lava rock light there. She has, in the background, a neon heart. She has a handkerchief or a scarf?
Yeah, it's a Valentine's gnome handkerchief.
Okay, yes. Because gnomes can be for any holiday as long as you dress them up appropriately.
I have them for St. Patrick's Day. I have them for spring, summer, winter, Halloween, Thanksgiving. I mean, I love my gnomes.
I believe they prefer to be called leprechauns on St. Patrick's Day, but we'll get to that next month. Maybe.
Wow.
We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many St. Patrick's Day games. I could do anything, damn it.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely can. See, I like that attitude.
Thank you. But the Valentine's Day episode wasn't my idea. It was actually Geoff. Geoff, being the producer extraordinaire that he is, he hit me up, and he said, we should do a Valentine's Day episode.
So smart.
Yeah, well, I replied to him. I was like, first of all, why are you talking to me outside of the podcast? That's what I said.
You're stupid.
And he said, oops, Sorry, Mr. Fenton. It's just that, well, you see, it's my favorite holiday and all, and
Aww.
Valentine's Day or even semi-related Valentine's Day video games are some of my favorites. He said, and I said to him, I says, your favorites.
You said.
And I was shocked when I heard the plural on favorites. I said, first of all, you can't have multiple favorites, Jeff. Just one favorite, I informed him. That's the rules. You can't have favorites, just
Yes,
one
you
favorite.
can.
Otherwise,
No.
it's just a bunch of stuff that you like.
I
That's what I
guess.
said to him. And I thought about it for a minute. And it's like, you know what, kid? That's what I call him. That's just adorable enough to work. Good idea, kid. Good idea. But again, never contact me outside of recording the pod after this conversation. Just for clear, that's what I said to him. So some of that might be exaggerated, that conversation. But what is true is that all the games that I'm going to talk about today are Jeff's favorite games, and they just so happen to be Valentine's Day related. So this episode was written by Jeff in a way. He gave me the framework for it, picked all the subjects, and I kind of just went off of that. So are you excited? Are you ready to hear the Valentine's Day Jeff episode?
I am.
It's
I'm
a love
totally
letter
excited.
it's a love letter to Jeff. We love Jeff. And let's see.
Aw, a love letter to Jeff. That's cute.
Yeah, finally, right? Let's see what Jeff has in store for us today. Are you ready for our first game to know?
I am. I'm excited to see what you got.
So, the first game that Jeff chose is Chubby Cherub for the NES.
What?
And this game tops the list for Jeff. He gave me a few games, because he knows that we have an episode to do. We have to fill time, right? We can't just talk about one game the whole time. I mean, we could, but that's not fun. But he was like, if I had to pick one, he would pick Chubby Cherub all day, can't stop, won't stop, and then he started dancing. This is like on a Zoom call, and then he awkwardly stopped it and then looked the dancing and looked at me kind of for a while, like, "Oops, sorry." I was like, all right, I could work with this. Chubby Cherub. I do remember Chubby Cherub, but you obviously don't.
I keep thinking you're going to say Chubby Checkers.
In my head, as I was kind of writing, researching Chubby Cherub, I actually was saying that in my head. And I started doing the twist, in fact.
Yeah.
I will not do it here, but...
I'm very interested to hear what this is about.
Yeah, it's so I remember this game. I had mentioned I had like a huge stockpile of NES games in high school. I don't have them anymore, but I'm pretty sure that this was in the pile. And it's kind of Valentine's Day related in that the main character sort of represents Cupid, and he shoots hearts at beagles.
Beagles?
Yes, beagles. But we'll get to that. We'll get to beagles in a minute. It's not important right now, but he does shoot hearts at beagles.
No, it is important right now. No, I'm kidding.
No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Listen, don't think I won't talk about beagles, and you'll see why. But I don't think it's actually Cupid. I don't actually really know what it is. It definitely looks like Cupid. It's a cherub. The Japanese version is actually different. They use characters from a manga called, and I might mess up the pronunciation here, but Obake no Kyutaro, I believe.
I think you did that pretty well.
I think that sounds right, yeah. But Americans largely at the time didn't know what that was, so they changed it to Chubby Cherub. And this could be lazy of me, and admittedly sometimes it is lazy, and I do it just to kind of help me write these episodes faster, but it's also become a bit on the show. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read the description from Wikipedia. We love it. And like I said, I've mentioned that most of the time I do it because it kind of makes me laugh. The descriptions are kind of written funny for one reason or another.
Yeah, they are.
This one absolutely made me laugh out loud. I hope it makes you, Janelle, laugh, and the audience at home.
I'm excited.
So when I read this, I'm going to read the description word for word, and then I'm going to give you a fun fact about the game. So the description is as follows. Let me pull it up here. Chubby Cherub's friends are kidnapped by several burglars. Chubby Cherub has to save them, however many dogs are in the way. Chubby Cherub has to cross 12 levels, and at the end of each, the protagonist finds his friends. Eating food maintains Chubby Cherub's flight. If the flying meter goes all the way down, the character has to stay on the ground. The character must shoot hearts at the dogs before they bark at the character. If a bark hits the character may die.
Hmm.
There are hell and heaven stages. When Chubby Cherub goes down to the stage where it has open downsides, he goes to hell. It is a dark stage, so he cannot see any floors and cannot fly. When Chubby Cherub touched the dog, he reacts like a misfit, but it repeats until he arrives to the exit. Heaven can be reached with a smoke ring when Chubby Cherub touches it by flying from below. Heaven has many cakes, which are worth 500 points each. If Chubby Cherub eats foods every time from the right side since the beginning of the stage until he reaches heaven, the heaven stage scrolls and Chubby Cherub raps to beyond the stage according to the distance of the scrolled part of heaven. So,
what?
Let me give you a minute to process that. Then
all I heard was cakes.
Well, I have to say, I did not change one word of that write-up. That was a straight-up copy and paste. Sometimes I will. I'll copy and paste it, and I'll be like, that clearly isn't a well-formed sentence, and I might change it. I might change the grammar. I left this masterpiece intact for the audience. And so with that description of the game, I'm going to give you the fun fact. This is widely considered one of the worst NES games of all time.
Oh.
If not one of the worst games out of all the consoles. But, you know, that's, of course, just like someone's opinion, man. You know what I mean? Like, because this is Jeff's favorite game, and he wanted to shine a spotlight on it. So, gosh darn it, we're doing that. And then, if you remember, I mentioned it had beagles, and that got a reaction out of you, Dano. It has
your
beagles.
Bagel.
Yeah, exactly. I love beagles. It has beagles, bulldogs, and cats. No specific type of cat, but beagles, bulldogs, and cats. But beagles, like, yeah, I grew up with beagles. They're my favorite dog. It's part of my family identity. For that reason alone, this game does hold a special place in my heart. Mi corazón. Because it has beagles. And they are the bad guy, I guess, but it kind of sounds like Chubby Cherub's the bad guy. I mean, he eats too much, which is gluttony, which is a sin, and he goes to hell, and he smokes, and he shoots dogs. It sounds pretty bad to me.
I guess. That's true.
But we're not done with Wikipedia yet, because there's also descriptions of the enemies that I'm going to read to you, and they're just as gold as the description of the game. So, beagles. It says, beagles are one of the main enemies in the game. Beagles can jump around onto ledges and fences. Some are assigned to one place and just jump in two spots. Others can bark at the player, releasing an icon that must be avoided. It is noted that the barks move with the screen. If coming from the back, they are very dangerous. That's what it says. Bulldogs. Bulldogs are much bigger than beagles. That's pretty fun to say. Bulldogs are much bigger than beagles. Can you try that?
Bulldogs are much bigger than beagles. I like it.
Yeah. They do not move as fast and bark much more. Bulldogs are perched much higher off the ground. Bulldogs are just as dangerous when they bark from behind the player's character. I mean, it makes sense. You know, you someone's behind you, you're more vulnerable than when you're looking at them. That makes sense to me. Cats. Cats are less of a threat than the other enemies, although they are impossible to get rid of.
What?
All cats are immune to the player's attacks and come in a shade of brown and pink. Okay.
What? Pink?
It's well, shaved. You know, like the what are the hairless cats called? What's the species?
Oh, I forgot.
Those. Yeah, those are cool. Actually, I kind of like those.
No, they're not.
They're ugly, but I don't know. They're cool. Anyways, I'm not a cat person, so I'm not gonna.
I'm a cat person. I just never like those things. They freak me out.
Yeah, and I think they're pretty expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think probably what happened with Wikipedia there is someone just had like the manual to the game from the 80s, and I mean that might make too much sense. I don't know, but like that's definitely like a bad translation. That could have made our bad translation show. I think that's what I'm going to guess, but I don't know. I also would like to think that someone, a fan, probably Jeff, out there wrote this Wikipedia page, yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's a 5-year-old describing the game to their older brother, basically, is what it sounds like. So,
I know.
And that's adorable, and we salute whoever wrote this. We salute you. So,
Yeah,
So yeah,
great.
that's Jeff's favorite game of all time, but he does have a close second, right, Jeff? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's what he
yeah,
sounds like. Yeah, I
true.
sure do, Mikey. So his runner up is Kid Icarus for the NES, also for the NES.
Oh, I know this one.
Okay, yeah. And so yeah, so he hit me up. He's like, "Here's my second game," and I was like, "What did I tell you about contacting me, Jeff?"
Wow, you're
So
a real stickler.
I know. Well, listen, I have my space and I want it, you know. And so after about another 5 minutes of me totally berating him, I chuckled and I said, "Jeff, it seems like that you have mistaken Pit for Cupid due to the fact that they both have wings and bows and arrows and there's hearts in the game. So it's a cute mistake, dumb but cute mistake, nonetheless." But you know, I hate to agree with the old Jeff here, but this game is a banger, and it's one of my favorite games. Certainly from the NES era, but maybe even of all time. It's I
Wow,
remember it
really?
fondly. Just not so much like, oh, it's like in the top 10, but it's one of those ones where it's like that was such a big part of like the NES childhood, because it was one of the first games, and so everyone had Kid Icarus at some point or
Oh,
played
I've
it,
never
right?
played it.
You never played it? Oh,
No, I
okay.
just know of it. I know the name. I know of
Right.
it.
Yeah, yeah. So Kid Icarus, it's a action platformer where you walk around through
Yes.
levels, shooting monsters, you're platforming and collecting items to help you power up throughout the game. There's boss fights and maybe even a little bit of maze puzzle type elements. The music
Maze like
is,
corn? No, forget
yeah,
it.
like corn, yeah, like the band corn. Maze like
Oh.
the food corn, like the band corn.
Oh my goodness,
Um,
what do we do?
Sorry.
That was my
You did
fault.
it. It's your fault.
I know. I agree.
It's always your
My
fault.
fault.
The music, it's like love the music. When I was a
That's good.
kid, I could never get past the first level, but I loved it though.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah,
Oh.
it's one of those ones. But it has one of maybe even the first use. I'm not sure on that, but one of the first uses of the password system, like many other NES games eventually would. So you could like enter a password to get to later levels, type thing. Yeah, difficulty of this game very very high. Mixed reviews back in the day because of that. Otherwise, people wanted to like it, and so I actually recently on the Switch, they have the Nintendo Online kind of library
Yeah.
of all the old stuff. I
Yep.
spent a weekend kind of playing it on the Switch when I was, doing laundry or whatever. And they have a rewind feature. So like if you die,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I know what I did wrong, I'm gonna rewind. So
Yeah.
even using that, I got to a point in the game where I couldn't go on anymore. It was
Oh
like
man, I want
really,
to try
really
this
that hard.
now.
Yeah, and so you can make a save on the Switch as well. So I did that. Maybe I'll go back to it someday and try again. Not for fun or anything like that. It's just like if I feel like I messed up and I need to punish myself for any reason, I will play Kid Icarus again. But I love it though, and I can see why old Jeff here thought it was Cupid. I think I probably did when I was a kid too. I mean, you might have even thought it was Cupid just looking at the the box art or whatever. But
I gotta look at it
um,
now.
the difference between me and Jeff though is that I grew up and I was able to see clear as day as an adult the misconceptions about things I had as a child. Unlike Jeff, who still thinks it's Cupid, which is adorable, honestly. But he's not Cupid; he's an angel, and his name is Pitt, and he ain't talking his way out of this
It.
shit. And that's a shout out to Pulp Fiction. So, anyways, but it's true. He's not. He is shooting arrows, and there's snakes and flying monsters, and even Death himself makes an appearance. Who
What?
seems to just kind of panic and run around and dance and scream when he sees you, and instead of just killing you like he easily could because he's Death, but he doesn't. He just kind of spazzes out, and uh, in the end, you kill Medusa and you save Earth or something like that. I remember one of my brother's friends doing that at our house in the '80s, and it was extremely exciting.
Oh.
Like the fact that I even remember that, it was like it was like we're all gathered around the TV. He's gonna do it,
Yeah.
turn him on, being nervous that he was gonna lose his last life, and he did it. and we all celebrated, high-fived, and those were the days. It's so simple, but I mean, there's still days today that are great, but mostly it's just filled with writing podcast scripts for Geoff, so he can find a voice to tell the world how much he loves Cupid games.
Dang, there's some of these online, like $1,200 for a Kid Icarus cartridge.
Is it like
$7,000 for another one?
Really? It must be like, is it boxed like?
It says Kid Icarus Nintendo sealed in case VGA Q80 Asia short box.
I got you. Okay, yeah.
7,000. There's another one, NES Canada variant, $1,200.
Yeah, I would think that now I got to look it up. The people love on the podcast when I go on my phone and look up stuff. Because I was gonna say, I don't think like the actual just used cartridge can be that much, but now I'm curious. I'll cue that up.
Yeah, I'm looking at other ones, but it seems to be like Uprising. Is that like another one? I see one for the
maybe
DS.
for the 3DS. Yeah.
That one's $100.
Okay, $30 online for like just a cart. So you could play it. Yeah, and you can just play it on your Switch too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. If you have any of those, and I'm not saying you, because I don't think you do. Anyone out there, if you have any of those sealed in the box Nintendo games, you're sitting on a gold mine. I'll tell you that for free.
I know. So, who would have that? Who would like have a game and never play it?
I don't know. Why would you do that? But if you did, then
I know people do it with their like toys and stuff. Don't want to unbox or touch anything or cards. Card unboxings. Yeah. So I get it. But yeah. Huh.
So yeah,
Sorry,
Pit.
Continue.
No. Pit's a cult character for Nintendo, but as you saw, there's not a ton of Kid Icarus games that came after this. There's the 3DS one that you saw. There's like some remakes or re-releases, but he's of course in Smash Bros. And so you've made it when you're on Smash Bros. I think, right?
Yeah.
I guess you wouldn't know that he made it because he's a video game and he's not alive, but. I don't know. Maybe they are aware, and that's scary.
What was that one video game movie that they knew they were in?
Pixels.
No.
The Wizard.
What's the one I'm thinking of? I don't know.
Shawshank Redemption. So, anyways, those are the Cupid games that Geoff submitted for this week. But other than Cupid games, Geoff told me. He only likes one other type of game. Can you take a guess on what genre of game is the only other game that Geoff plays besides these two? Any guesses at all? Of course, it would be dating sims.
Oh my gosh.
You can't get enough of them. You know the type. Loud as a motorbike. Who wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight? Sorry, that's Jay-Z lyrics, not... When I wrote "You Know the Type," I couldn't stop doing that. So it's a good.
Oh,
it's a good line.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Good line. Every once in a while, we have to do hip hop lyrics. That's part of the show.
It is because we can't help ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. So, dating sims are very popular games. It seems, anyways, because there's so many of them, especially in Japan. They are huge in Japan. That's the funny phrase goes, but. Typically, so these games are very text heavy and they're very story driven, I guess. They might have light actual gameplay elements, but it's almost better to describe them as like interactive novels, visual novels with kind of a choose your own adventure element added into that equation. So
yeah,
and I was like, I didn't yell at Geoff for contacting me this time. I was like, oh, right on, Geoff. I admire that. I love reading. So the fact that he loves a genre that is basically a living romance novel, it's kind of cool. I admire that about Geoff and his romance novel love. But then he ruined it. He went on to inform me that he mostly liked the pictures in the game and would aimlessly click through the dialogue options just to see more pictures, and that's why he liked it. I was like, oh, man, he had my respect, and then he went and he said that. And he told me he wanted to do kind of his own rapid fire segment. And
What?
the one thing I did write for this episode on my own was the end of the rapid fire segment while I was waiting um, for Jeff's choices, uh, and that to me like that actually proves to the audience that this is real. Actually, Jeff actually picked these games and all these things and gave me the information. Why else would I say I was writing something while I was waiting for him if that wasn't true? That just confirms that Jeff, did say all this kind of stuff. So without further ado, here's a list
Wow.
of Jeff's favorite dating sims that you can enjoy on Valentine's Day if you so choose.
Hmm.
First one
Yes.
is Kaichu. Bless you. I thought you were going to say
Oh.
bless you. I wrote it
No, I was
out just in
wondering.
case.
No, but
It's not a sneeze. It's a kaiju dating sim. Um, well, it's not a kaiju dating sim. I believe it's the kaiju dating sim. Are you familiar what a kaiju is? I don't think there's any other kaiju dating sims. But do you know what a kaiju is?
oh, is it like yes, my I have a former coworker that freaking loves Godzilla or whatever.
Yeah, Godzilla is the most famous example of
He's like,
it's
yeah,
basically
yes.
just like giant, strange beast, giant monster, that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, Godzilla is like the most famous example of a kaiju. So yeah, this is a kaiju dating sim, and Jeff
What?
likes it, and I have to say it looks adorable. But this is rapid fire, so we're not gonna go too much into. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's giant monsters, but it's like
Falling in love?
yeah, isn't that? I mean, giant monsters
They
yearn
need
for
love
love.
too.
Yeah, just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting. That is such an interesting concept, though.
yeah, no, it looks good. It looks good. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe I'll go and play it. Not my thing, the dating sim thing. I don't think I would spend
Me
my gaming
either.
time doing that. But it's interesting and it looks cute. The next one, and again, I might mess up this pronunciation, but it's Nakayama Miho no Tokimeki High School. Uh,
What?
yeah, obviously from Japan. It was a game that was it was only on the Famicom disk system, so they're
The
the
heck is that?
Japanese. It's like the Japanese NES, basically, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. It's
Oh
from the
my
late
god.
'80s. It's from Square. Yeah, the makers of Final Fantasy made Nakayama Miho no Tokimeki. It's credited as the first dating sim before that was even a term. So it was technically Bashiho, Bishiho, Bishoujo. That's the genre. I did mess that up, and then I even wrote it phonetically so I could correct
You're
myself.
so funny.
Bishoujo, which that's a whole different genre. And we don't have time for any more history lessons today, I'm afraid. So, anyways, basically the first dating sim. It even starred a real Japanese idol named Miho Nakayama. Obviously, that comes from the title. So, Jeff particularly likes this game because all of the text is in Japanese, and
Oh wow.
he can't read Japanese. So even if he wanted to read in this, he can't, and so this just gives him more time to enjoy the pictures, because that's why he likes these games. He likes the pictures. Um, the next game is called House Party. So to be fair, Jeff thought this was a dating sim inspired by the Kid and Play movies of the
Oh
same
goodness.
name. Initially disappointed that it did not have ties to that franchise, Jeff still loves this game despite the fact that it is a deplorable yet unfortunately popular game. I will spend no more time on House Party. We're going to move on to the last one, which, listen, I'm going to drop the Jeff gimmick here just for a minute. Looking up dating sims, and I think I heard about this when it came out, but I don't know if you're ready for this title, Danelle. It's called "I Love You, Colonel Sanders: A Finger Licking Good Dating Simulator." I'm going to give you a minute to type
No.
that in.
What?
Yes, I'll even repeat it for the audience at home who was eating cereal and crunching so loud they might have missed it. "I Love You, Colonel Sanders: A Finger Licking Good Dating Simulator." That's the name of the game. I didn't make
What
it up.
in the F?
I had to include it because, yes, this is a dating game where you play, or maybe you're not a handsome Colonel Sanders, but maybe you're going after the love of a handsome Colonel Sanders. And yes, it was commissioned by KFC. Um, and apparently it takes about an hour to complete, and it got lukewarm reviews, but it exists.
Wow.
And so I had to just
Wow.
include it. And it is as ridiculous as you can imagine. recommend looking up pictures.
You should have added this to the other episode.
Yeah, the Burger King one or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought about that actually. Yes.
Wow, this is ridiculous.
Actually, our audience might hear these episodes out of order. Actually, they might hear the Burger King episode after this one, even though we already recorded it.
Well, I said the other one. I didn't say the previous one.
No. I'm if anything, for those who hang on our every word and are sure to write an angry email into doubleshiftpod@gmail.com, I'm just giving them like their answer now, if that makes sense. I'm kind of squashing the angry emails, but please send nice emails or questions to doubleshiftpod@gmail.com so Geoff can read them to us on the air. That's the thing. If you want to hear Jeff's real voice, you're going to have to send an email in that he can read. That will be like his segment.
Oh, I like that.
Because it's like, otherwise people are just like, they hear me go, right, Geoff? And I go, yeah. And so people might think that's what he sounds like. So if they want to hear what he really sounds like, A, they'll regret it. But B, if they want to, they'll have to write an email in. So.
Oh, really fast. Armenia just came on for the Olympics. They have 5 athletes.
They have 5 athletes in the whole nation. Because all of them, the rest of them moved to Glendale, California years ago. So.
Oh my goodness. Is that a huge Armenian town?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They run that town, in fact.
Oh, you have family there?
No, I don't. Oh. No, I don't think so. My mom is from Pasadena, though. It's close enough.
Oh, cool.
Literally,
sorry, I just saw it and I was like, "Oh, Mikey."
Literally, a little old lady from Pasadena. So, which is a song. All right. I just mentioned KFC and chicken, which means that I am getting hungry for some snacks.
Snacks?
Jeff, if you have any beats you'd want to drop.
I want some chicken now, darn you.
I know.
Snacks? 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 Snacks?
All right.
Nice.
Snacks is the segment where we pair dope food with awesome video games, just like you would a fine wine and fancy food. Snacks is spelled with an X. Period. Full stop. So I says to Jeff, hey, what's your favorite snack? I even had those sunglasses that Danelle's wearing. I was wearing those. I says to Jeff, hey, what's your favorite snack? You don't even have to think about Valentine's Day, just your favorite snack, since this is your episode. He says oats. Plain oats. Like a horse might eat. I just sit in a chair, stare at the wall, and eat a bowl of dry plain oats. And I says to Jeff, well, that's kind of boring. I don't think Danelle will be excited about that if that is going to be our snack segment, let alone any of our fans. In fact, I would think that everyone would just stop the episode right then and there, and we would be lucky if any of them ever came back to us. So Jeff asked nervously, well, what can we do? So I said, don't worry, Jeff, I got you. Because I happen to know what Jeff's favorite snacks segments from the past are. We talk about this stuff.
I like oats, but not plain oats.
Yeah, exactly. If it was like a overnight oats or like
overnight oats. My mom's been making baked oatmeal.
Yeah, or like a sweet, you put brown sugar babe on there. Those are good. But no, he said plain oats. But he what he said is there is a segment that we've done before, maybe a couple times, that he wishes that we could do every week, since we clearly can't do plain oats. And so because I actually do love Jeff, and this is Valentine's Day, I will honor his request. So pack your bags, Danelle, because we're going back to Disneyland.
Oh, I hate you. I want to go.
I love that sentence. I hate you. I want to go. This is the Valentine's Day edition. So obviously I haven't tried any of these myself because it's, I believe, all new for this year.
I was going to say, I didn't even know they had Valentine's stuff. I guess
it's not as it's not as big as, like, say, Halloween or Christmas, where they it's like a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
it's mostly sweets. But so, like, we could. I just pulled a few examples out that I thought sounded pretty good. And these items are available during the month of February in honor of Valentine's Day. And so the first item is actually something that I've kind of had before. So the first item is the Valentine's Day gray stuff, which is red shortbread cookie red velvet cake, raspberry, cookies and creme,
Ooh.
mousse, and heart
What?
sprinkles.
Oh, I want
Try the
this.
gray stuff. It's delicious, from Beauty and the Beast. Um,
Oh, I was
you-
like, what is gray stuff? I don't
yeah,
understand.
it's from Be Our Guest, I believe.
I think I
Uh,
remember that now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's the candelabra guy that says it. He's right. The gray stuff is delicious. We've
Oh
had
my
it
gosh,
many
that
times
sounds good.
before. Um, it looks gross because it's gray, but it's really nice. It's quite nice actually. It's a quite nice sweet treat. It is, and it doesn't taste gray. And so, as far as
Oh.
I can tell, this Valentine's Day one is the normal gray stuff that they always have with red things on it. So I'm guessing it tastes red. Um,
Hmm.
it's probably just as good. Have you ever had the gray stuff when you've been there before?
No. I don't need I
They
didn't
sell
even know
it.
they had it.
There's like a Beauty and the Beast Rose Tavern, and they sell it there. It's good. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah. Anyways, so I asked Jeff. I wanted to make sure like that he would approve of this. Your dog clearly does not approve of this, but um, I asked Jeff if he would try the gray stuff. He said, "Of course not." And I said to Jeff, I says, "Well, why not?" And he says, "Because I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat moose." I was like, Jeff,
Oh
that's
my gosh.
that
I
is
was wondering where you were going.
ridiculous. He thinks. Anyways, we have to move on. I just can't. Simply cannot. The next item that we have is called the Tropical Hideaway. This is strawberry shortcake sundae Dole Whip strawberry,
What?
strawberry Dole Whip with fresh diced strawberries topped with shortcake pieces and a strawberry drizzle.
I want
So
this.
yeah, I would absolutely mess with this. It sounds like this is your favorite so far. I imagine you like regular Dole Whip, and
I
you
was
get
like,
it
because I
when you.
love Dole Whip. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and strawberries are good. We're a
Yeah.
Dole Whip family ourselves, and who doesn't like strawberry shortcake?
I love strawberry shortcake too.
Yeah, exactly. Strawberry shortcake banana split. We think your team plays like shh.
What?
That. Oh come on, that's like classic cheerleading lines there. Do you know? Don't you know?
Nope.
Classic cheerleading lines. Oh my goodness. Um, so that's a lot of strawberry.
I love strawberries.
With
It's my favorite fruit.
saying it might be mine actually as well. So it's got the actual strawberries. It's got the drizzle accompanying the strawberry Dole Whip.
Mm,
Um, but
that
yeah, strawberry.
drizzle.
I'm not. You can't have enough strawberry. That's not easy to say. Uh, Shout out to shortcake, right? I like shortcake. It's certainly better than long cake. I'll tell you that. Tell you that for a
Hmm.
dollar. Um, I think my favorite sort of store bought cookie in recent years, anyways, is Chessman. Like the Petrus
Oh,
Farm
I like those. Yeah.
Chessman, which is it's kind of like a shortcakey flavor, right? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, the only thing about this sweet treat, I get it for Valentine's Day because it's like red. It kind of sounds more like a springtime treat to me with the shortcake and the strawberry and the Dole Whip.
I
But
guess
it
it's red.
is Southern California, and so a nice, cool 86-degree winter day in Southern California might be
Yeah.
good for something like that. We love strawberries at Double Shift. It's fun to say strawberries. Um,
Strawberry.
Strawberries. Hold on. Jeff's asking me a question on Discord. How does one eat berries through a straw? He said. Jeff, don't ask me questions during the show. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I was
All
like,
right.
did he really? I'm like, you made me
He
go look.
he did. Yeah. He did. You just missed
Okay.
it.
Oh.
Um, next, I think you might like this. I'm not sure. You tell me. Valentine champagne. Strawberry champagne
What?
served in a Valentine flute. Limit 2 per person per transaction. No discounts apply.
Oh,
Now,
this is Disneyland. I was like, where do you get Valentine champagne?
well, California Adventure, right?
Yeah.
Um, so you like
What?
champagne, right?
I love champagne.
Okay. I do not. So when we take our double shift field trip to Disneyland one day, we can both
Ooh.
go up. You can get 2. I can get 2 since they have the 2 person or the 2 per transaction limit, and then that way you can have 4, and then have an instant headache. Um,
No.
no, you wouldn't. Before,
I
if
don't
you
get
had 4 champagnes.
I drink a whole bottle, and I'm fine.
Go.
I mean, you can't drink like over a course of a couple of hours. I could have 4.
Okay, all right.
Not all at once, probably. Yeah, then maybe headachy,
yeah.
But I don't get headaches from drinking champagne.
Oh, it's interesting. I feel like I do, or maybe it's a placebo effect because I just don't like it that much. So I'm always like, oh, it gives me headaches.
Yeah,
because that's what everyone says.
Like, ah.
Yeah. I'd rather have, and I think I've said this before, if I'm going to drink in the morning, which sounds amazing, but I haven't done that in years, I'm going to have a Bloody Mary. Gosh darn it. Oh, love it. Love it. It's like, it's like V8 in the morning. I don't know. It's healthy. I think it's healthy. So the question, though, is this strawberry champagne actually champagne or sparkling wine? I mean, do you care about that stuff? It's
probably sparkling wine.
Okay.
But it is Disneyland, so it's possible they have actual champagne.
It is true, yeah. There could be a region from the Champagne region that like specifically has a vineyard that sells to Disneyland. It's quite possible. So all these foods sound sweet and fun and all that jazz, or boozy so far, but there is a Valentine's Day only meal in the Disneyland property. It's actually at Pixar Pier Hotel. Is that what it's called now?
Oh, I don't know, but I didn't know this. What?
Yeah. So I forget what restaurant it is, but they have a special menu, and it is as follows. Oh, it's at the Great Maple Modern American Eatery. Jesus Christ. Available February 14th only. Reservations recommended. So it's a 4-course meal here. It's crab cakes, which has a caper remoulade, frisee salad, and charred lemon.
Okay, sounds good.
Red wine braised short ribs with garlic mashed potatoes, seasonal roasted vegetables, and Luxardo cherry juice.
Oh, I love those Luxardo cherries.
Yeah. Dark chocolate berry tort. Dark chocolate mousse, seasonal berries. Oh, Jeff can't eat it. It has mousse. Vanilla whipped cream and lace tulio.
What about a mousse knuckle?
That he likes. He hit me up in Discord. He said that I like. And then to top it off, Monchetti, vodka, limoncello, Luxardo liquor, and yuzu and lemon.
I want this whole entire thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that. Sounds pretty good.
I want to go to Disneyland next week now.
I know, right? Recommend reservations for that one.
I always get reservations, or I always do reservations whenever I do any kind of food there. If they take it, because you have to. Crazy.
Yeah, you have to anywhere on any day. I feel like now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't love crab, but I do love crab cakes. I don't like capers very much, but I think a caper remoulade is probably just salty sauce, so that's probably good. The red wine braised short ribs, though, that sounds great. The picture actually looks really good. It's on some website. I bet it's the bee's knees, Danelle.
Do bees have knees?
Actually, Jeff's actually messaging me again about that subject. No, Jeff, you can't actually eat the knees of bees. It's just an expression. All right. Jesus, he's feisty today, messaging me and all that. It is his episode, so that makes sense. All right, we need to pair all this with the game. Remember, Jeff personally chose everything today, so this is his Valentine's Day choice to pair with all the Disneyland food that he loves because he loves Disneyland. The game is called Catherine.
There's a game called Catherine?
I was going to be named Catherine if I wasn't Michael. It's
That's my grandma's name.
Oh, right. It's a good name, yeah. So Catherine, I never played it. I definitely remember when it came out. This game is very risque looking.
Is it?
Yeah, the cover and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people, I remember at work, a lot of people played it and they enjoyed it. And I was always just like, oh, what? Like, why is everyone talking about Catherine? The game looks like just kind of I'm just going to say it kind of looks like one of those pervy games, those pervy games exist. And I was just like, why is everyone on my team playing this game? I'm concerned. And it might be a little risque, but actually from what I hear and then doing more research on it, it actually kind of sounds like it's really fun and not as bad or risque as it's kind of advertised as. So I says to Jeff, Why did you pick this game? What do you like about it? It's hard for me to write about it since I didn't play it. And he said, I didn't play it. I just like the colors on the box. Why don't you do what you always do anyways and copy and paste stuff from Wikipedia? That's the smartest thing he said all day. And so when we locked ourselves in a room and we worked on this episode, I took his advice and I copy and pasted from Wikipedia. The story follows Vincent Brooks, a man who is beset by supernatural nightmares while torn between his feelings for his longtime girlfriend Catherine and the similarly named beauty Catherine, spelled differently.
Huh.
The gameplay is divided between the daytime, where Vincent interacts with the characters in a social simulation, kind of like a dating sim, and his dreams, that's the second part, where he must navigate three-dimensional towers through combined platforming and puzzle solving. The game's ending is affected by choices made by Vincent over the course of the story. And so here's what I didn't know about this game until I started doing some research. It was made by the same studio, Atlas, who makes the Persona games. And I haven't played any of the Persona games, but you've heard of those, right? Now, I think, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Have you played any of them?
I don't remember.
When did Nick get here? He's so busy gallivanting around with all of those NFL players. I didn't think he'd show up, but there he is.
I know.
So I haven't played any Persona games. I've always wanted to. They're very, very popular. They're definitely very imaginative. They seem like people put thousands of hours into them, I think, sometimes. And they do have amazing soundtracks. So I guess it kind of makes sense that Catherine, which I thought was just a weird, sketchy-looking game, actually might be a really good game. So I judged the book by its cover, essentially, and I was wrong.
Oh, didn't...
You never should do that. There is a lot of suggestion and adult subject matter in the game, but again, it's just not as bad as it seems. So that's good.
Okay.
Reception for the game was pretty positive. Critics praising its mature subject matter and gameplay, along with some criticism that was directed towards its difficulty. So I guess it was. I guess it wasn't an easy one. So in response, Atlas released a patch with an easy mode. The game was nominated for several awards. It exceeded their sales expectations. They sold over 1 million copies in 2017. It sounds like they just made this wacky game. They didn't think it would do much, and then it did really well. So good for them.
Yeah.
I always like that.
Yeah.
Players will control Vincent Brooks, as mentioned earlier, a man who is tormented by deadly nightmares after becoming involved with multiple women. Sounds about right. The gameplay is divided into two parts: daytime social sim, and where Vincent hangs out at the bar, and then the nightmare segments with the block tower thing. So in the daytime, he interacts with his girlfriends, multiple, and other characters in the stray sheep bar. During dialogue and text segments, Vincent can choose several options to respond. These include standard dialogue options and composing text messages. This is actually the game. It's crazy. During his time in the bar, Vincent can purchase drinks, which will help his navigation of nightmare stages, but also impede his movement if he has too many. That also makes sense. Yeah. He can play a mini game titled Rapunzel, which mimics the gameplay in Nightmares. So, I think it's one of those barcade things, where you play the solitaire or whatever at the bar. I miss those things. Yeah. Or golf or whatever. You can listen to Jukebox containing tracks from other Atlas games, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
And then when you leave the bar, it's going to trigger the nightmare section. And so yeah, I'm sold on the Jukebox from Persona, because I haven't played those games like I mentioned. I've listened to the music on YouTube, so that sells me right there. So the main gameplay takes place in the nightmare stages. You must climb towers made of blocks, which can be arranged into a stairway to reach the exit. As he climbs, the tower collapses beneath him, and if he fails to arrange the blocks before the collapse reaches him, he will fall and the game ends. And so that's pretty much the gameplay. I'm kind of skipping. I have more stuff, but it's just more about blocks and moving them and all that kind of stuff. Who cares? You move blocks, you get to the exit. Yeah, it's a puzzle thing. There's power-ups, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And they also released the game, re-released it as Catherine Full Body, which is very risque title, but it added new characters, modes, puzzles, and online multiplayer. So, all that being said, I thought it was weird that Geoff suggested this game initially, but after doing more research on it, it kind of sounds fun. I don't think I'm going to run out and play it right after this podcast or anything like that, but Maybe I will one day. So I can't believe I'm saying this to now, but good job, Geoff. Good job.
Good job, Geoff.
What do you think? How do you think Geoff did there, Danelle? Overall,
Outstanding.
all of his picks and all that kind of stuff. He wrote a lot of this too. In fact, he wrote
Yeah.
all of it. He wrote all of it.
Great job. Better than I could do.
Right.
Right.
job,
How
Geoff.
dare you? No.
Sometimes I just say right, and
I know. It's a I don't want to not a tick. It's like an automatic response or whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
Right said Fred.
And then I say, right, Robin, because I'm a Howard Stern fan. Robin, what else is in the news?
Never watched.
My mother actually watched maybe our Christmas episode. Was it our Christmas episode? Or maybe it was our Thanksgiving episode. But she really liked it, and she was like, "Oh, you and that Danelle are just a good pair on the air, and it reminds me of Howard and Robin." So I was like, "Right on."
Oh, pair on the air. I like it.
Yeah. All right. It is time for rapid fire. Geoff is relieved of his duties of writing and picking stuff. We're gonna just kind of get through the rest of this episode pretty quickly here. Danelle, I'm not putting you on the spot today, so you can just relax. You can open a Valentine Day Buzz Ball that I'm sure you found somewhere.
I did have a watermelon smash yesterday. That was delicious.
Is that a Buzz Ball?
Yeah.
I keep seeing buzz balls more and more. Probably because you mentioned them, and my phone hears it, and then when I go on social
many
media,
flavors. Yeah, I know.
So I did. I was gonna say I should try more of these buzz balls, but I did try one during Christmas. I think it was the eggnog one. Does that count?
I liked that one.
Okay, it was fine.
It was good.
But yeah, I don't know. I need to. Is there a Valentine's Day buzz ball out there, or is that what the
I don't know,
Smash
but
is? Okay.
yeah, I saw when I was there. I saw because it was like red. They're like in little red containers. I got a peach one, and then I got a watermelon smash because they were like in red. I'm not sure if they have a pink one or I don't know. There's dozens.
Right. Do they have sugar, or is it like a fake sugar?
I don't know.
Ugh. I need to know these things before I go out and buy Buzzball. It's okay. We can look it up online. It's fine. Rapid fire. This week's rapid fire is video games loveliest couples.
Oh.
So we're gonna celebrate just a few video game couples. What better way to end the Valentine's Day show than to name some of those couples, right? There's probably a lot of better ways. But this is certainly the easiest. And here at Double Shift, we don't do things the best way. We do it the easiest way, after all. Well, even writing that sentence was a lot easier than coming up with something witty. Why, even writing that sentence was just an easy way to fill time instead of... all right, let's get to the list. First couple. Mario and Princess Peach. Probably the most iconic video game couple of all time. The only thing I'm not sure about is if I'm not sure if Peach is a full human or not. I think Mario is full human from like New Jersey or something, but Peach rules over a land of mushroom people, indicating that she is a mushroom herself, at least partially. She looks human, and I'm not judging.
I never thought about it.
Right. Well, that's my thing is I like to think about these things a little too much. I'm not judging if she's half mushroom, half human, and dating a full human. Like, they never seem to fight. It's like they have a really beautiful relationship. They have a refreshing relationship.
Yeah.
She does need to work on not getting captured by Bowser.
I was gonna say he's always rescuing her.
Yeah, which is, I mean, good for him. Like you would think if their relationship wasn't doing well, he'd be like, dude, you're on your own this time, lady. Like, I have stuff I need to do. I have projects in the garage I need to work on.
Toilets I need to plumb.
My woodworking. Yeah, and he can't forget his regular day job. I don't know when he has time to plumb if he's always chasing after her. And Bowser's also in love with her, and he's definitely not human.
Oh, true.
He's like a turtle dragon or something. But it's all very confusing. But Mario and Peach, very lovely couple. Our next couple is Zelda and Link, but we could stop right there. It's never actually been confirmed that they are a couple or romantically involved in any way. I guess there were hints of it in the Skyward Sword Zelda game. I actually never played Skyward Sword. And there's other games though where they like barely know each other. So it's really more of a knight and princess relationship, and it's actually it's done on purpose by Nintendo because they want you to focus on the adventure and not some sort of romance. But they still make the list because I imagine at some point they're at least really good friends, and all of their friends, in Hyrule Kingdom were like, dude, you guys should totally date. And then like maybe they tried it out, and then maybe it was just kind of awkward, so they just decided to remain friends. I don't know, but they're still linked. Pun intended.
Wow.
Next couple is Master Chief and Cortana. The lore. So Cortana is like his kind of like AI companion or whatever that's like in his helmet. She's like a hologram. So the lore is that these two share an emotional non-human bond based on trust and protection. But come on, I'm pretty sure.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Moving on. Isaac and Nicole from Dead Space. This is a unique couple, video game couple, because so Nicole mostly appears as hallucinations in Isaac's head due to the fact that the weird evil aliens drove her mad, which eventually led to her untimely and tragic death before the game even starts. So you never really see her, but there's still a couple. And our last couple is the paddles from Pong, the Pong paddles.
What?
The original video game couple. They work their issues out by playing tennis. So, Dino, I'm not even going to give you time to let that soak in. What have you learned today?
It was ridiculous. All this stuff is ridiculous.
Well, what did you think of the Valentine's Day episode there? We did it. Okay. Anything that you...
I think it's fitting. I think it's...
Yeah.
I don't know what you were just going to ask, but I don't know what I would have added. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What? I'll tell you what I do know, and this, no one's going to care about this. We're at the end of the episode anyways. People probably stopped listening a long time ago. When you said, I don't know, and you like looked over there, right as that happened, there was a bird right outside my window that was chirping, and it looked like you were like looking at the bird. So that was kind of cool. Basically only for me. Simpatico, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Lovers.
Well, shout out to Geoff for suggesting a Valentine's Day episode. I don't know that I would have necessarily thought about that, but it's fun to think of fun themes and do them, and so bravo, Geoff.
I'm all about themes.
Yeah, themes are nice. Maybe he's in a good mood today since it was kind of the spotlight was shined on him. Geoff, do we have time to get to our main topic, which is the many uses of... I'm not even going to say it. We don't.
Paper towels?
Paper towels, yeah, whatever. I use paper towels all the time. It's a waste of tree. For everything. I'll wipe something up, and I'll dry something with it, and then I'll even save it if it's not too messy, and I'll use it to...
That's stupid.
Oh, he paused, and then the music paused. This is unprecedented. I've never heard this before. And he's just laughing at us.
I know.
Yeah, paper towels. I don't know. Are you anti-paper towel? Because I have friends who are anti-paper towel.
No, and I like the ones that have the small strips where you can like build a strip instead of like my new roommates, we have the gigantic ones. I'm like, this is too much. So I like rip it in half because
right.
I love the smaller ones, but I use them all the time. And me too. If I like eat something with it, if it's not that dirty, I just save it and I'll use it again.
Yeah,
I had peanut butter toast for lunch, and then there wasn't much on it, so I'll just save it for later. I don't waste.
Peanut butter toast with sriracha?
No. Although I was going to do hot honey, because I have honey, so maybe same thing?
I will wait for that review, and that is also good. Alright, Geoff sent me another message on Discord. He said, get on with it.
Get on
so with that, may your gamer score be heavy, and your backlog be light. May your connection be strong and your aim precision tight. May your Joy-Cons be as mighty as the ocean, but never should they drift. For all you QA pirates out there, you'll survive. Yarr! Double shift.
Double shift.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.